well leaves an opening for that fight if you want to pursue that.
Yeah, well, in preparation, I saw that he rushes in, so it's like a timing shot as a guy closes the distance, boom, the uppercut's right there. And also it acts as like a takedown defense as well, because if he happens to shoot at that time instead, I can use it as an underhook. But, I don't want to give too much away and give fighters free advice. You got to pay me for a PT. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I finished him quicker than Makhachev finished him. It was life or death work for Makhachev, so... he can say what he wants, but, I think Nascimento would absolutely destroy Makhachev, finish him in the first round. I've learned a lot since that fight. I've grown, I've got better. Makhachev's been turning the fight down for about 7-8 years, but instead he wants to fight me in the back, in the streets and stuff like an idiot. You know what I mean? But hopefully that fight can happen one day, but probably not. But hopefully I can get a top 15 opponent next or crack the top 15 rankings.
And what was that experience like fighting in the O2 on probably the biggest card in UK MMA history as well, just drawing from that crowd?
Yeah, man, I felt like a modern-day gladiator coming out and all the people are there, thinking in my mind, they're all there for me. I felt like a modern-day gladiator, bloodthirsty. I was bloodthirsty, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to be too graphic, but like, fighting gets me going. Yeah.
Well done on the victory.
Jake, how you doing, mate? All right. First of all, congratulations on your win, mate. So how did it feel coming out today, knowing that one of your teammates is the welterweight champion, he's headlining the card? Did you sort of feel like his army behind him sort of thing now? Did it give you any more sort of motivation today?
Yeah, man, of course it gives me motivation, obviously, to see Leon as the champion. I mean, I've always dreamed and always thought, I'm going to be champion one day, but to see a friend and a fellow training partner, and even at one stage he was my coach earlier on in my career, and he's the champion, so it's like, it makes the dreams even more believable, and, it helps push the MMA, especially here in Birmingham, you know what I mean? There's been a lot of pioneers of Birmingham MMA, and Leon's definitely one of them. And also my coach, who was in my corner, Vaughan Lee, pioneer of Birmingham MMA. So, yeah, we're helping it grow and helping the kids in the area, because Birmingham's known for being rough, you know what I mean, rough and tough. And it's giving the people another avenue, getting off the streets and, yeah.
Yeah, well, as you know, I match fights. You sent me some fighters to match for you before. And so how important do you feel it is to give back to your community, to show, like, where you've come from, what it was like on the streets of Birmingham, and does it feel like almost self-rewarding and really important that someone like you's doing that?
Yeah, definitely feels rewarding, obviously I got a few fighters in the gym and they're looking up to me and feeling like one day they can get there and that, and as long as you work hard and listen, you'll get there,
And one more thing from me, you lived up to your nickname with that finish. Those arms were coming down like King Kong, man. You know what I mean? The way you were throwing them hammer fists, you look like just an angry silverback, man.
Yeah, well, that's why they call me White Kong, isn't it? Like, I don't know, it just come out. Just come out of me then.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Jake, right here, I have to get your reaction to when he came in overweight. Like, this missing weight, but then missing weight by that much is much different.
Yeah, I mean, 3.5 pounds is a lot, especially at a flyweight level. Obviously, percentage-wise, it's a lot more than a welterweight or whatever. Percentage-wise, he's missed it by quite a lot. And yeah, I took 30% of his purse, but, it's not a lot when you miss the weight by that much. I do think it was a strategic move. The last two opponents have missed weight by quite a bit. I think it was strategic because he wants to come in a bigger man and try and hold me on the floor and stuff like that. That's what I thought it was, a strategic weight miss. But if anything, I come in the cage and I was bigger than him. I'm a big flyweight. I cut a lot of weight. So, they could keep trying, but they're going to keep getting banged.
When you say strategic, Is that what was going through your mind? Because normally when you miss weight by that much, you're usually one of the last few fighters to weigh in because you're trying to use as much time. But he was second or third fighter he weighed in before you, and he still came in overweight.
Yeah, well, I got like a call at like 9:30 on the night saying that he quit cutting weight at 8 p.m. So I was like, mate, fuck, I've already done half the weight, you know what I mean? Like, it was one of them ones. I don't know what to say about it.
So if he did have a bad weight cut, like you believe, do you think that body shot would have played a bigger factor into because punching him in the stomach like that on that bad weight cut has to be a big issue?
Yeah, but that would have hurt him regardless. These MMA fighters don't see these shots coming. They don't train like that. You watch a lot of MMA fights, UFC, anything, and they never throw body shots, only body kicks. So I've got a well-versed variety to my striking game with head and body shots. This ain't my first body shot KO as a professional. I've body shot KO'd people before. I've sparred British champions in boxing and dropped them with body shots. So, I'm it's part of my game, but yeah.
Jake. So obviously third performance in the UFC now. A lot of us who have seen you fight before you came to the UFC, and then we saw your first performance, a lot of us thought, nah, that's not the real Jake Hadley. So obviously you've given us 2 really good performances since then. How great does it feel that you've been able to showcase your skills now?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, my last fight was, a back and forth striking display, very entertaining, and then I finished him and choked him out on the ground. I thought I was going to get the bonus for that fight. I'm hoping I get the bonus for this one because I finished him rapid. He missed weight by 3.5 pounds. I should have got the bonus the last fight, so I feel like I deserve it this time. And, I deserve it.
And we were talking about the weight cut there. Was there a part of you, a few days ago when you heard that he missed weight, that there might be a small chance that Makayev's opponent might miss weight too, and then magically you get to face each other on this card?
Yeah, well, I was slightly hoping that, but when I saw Makayev's opponent, he ain't the biggest flyweight. I thought, he's definitely going to be making the weight and that. But he's a nice chap. I hope he beats Makayev. He's a very nice guy. I had my photo with him actually. He said he was a fan of mine. I'm now a fan of his, so I hope he wins.
And if there is another card that people are talking about in July, would you like to fight on that one?
Yeah. Why not?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
One more. I know obviously you have your home base here and everything, but would you be happy to go fight in Las Vegas on these massive cards? Like Makhachev wants to fight on that International Fight Week card in July.
Yeah, man, I love fighting in Vegas. I fought 3 times already in Vegas, so a date for me, August or September, if there's anything around there in Vegas. I don't know if there is or isn't, but yeah, I mean, I'll fight anywhere. I fought in Cape Town, South Africa. They had a voodoo doll what looked exactly like me and was poking it with sticks and shit, and people was saying that it was going to kill me and stuff, so I'll fight anywhere. I fought in, people's backyards. I don't care. I'm a warrior. I don't give a crap.
Sorry, just one more from me, Jake. I remember you telling me that there was a lot of people in school that, even used to bully you, said you couldn't make it, you would never be where you are today. So I want to give you the opportunity to say something to those people who doubted you.
I ain't got nothing to say to them, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, it's like an unachievable goal, isn't it, really? Like, how many people as a kid said to their parents or whatever, I want to be a footballer when I grow up, Dad, or I want to go to space or something. How many people follow their dreams and follow their goals and that? You know what I mean? Not very many. So I'm not shocked that a lot of people said that to me growing up, and but I've proved everyone wrong. Hard work. No one from my area has ever made it to the UFC or anywhere. No one. I'm the first ever UFC fighter from Albury. I'm the first ever Cage Warriors world champion from Albury. I'm the first ever EFC world champion from Albury. And I'll be the first ever UFC world champion in Albury. But I need a statue of my likeness in Albury Town Centre. You know what I mean? Or at least a spray painting somewhere. You know what I mean? I need something like that. Thank you.